our Anzacs, who risked their lives for our freedom. Now 100 years since World War I, a special centenary tribute, a Perth project 10 years in the making.
WA's new, massive Anzac bell.
It's taken patience and precision. Under this shroud, the biggest bell ever cast in the Southern Hemisphere. Headed for one of our city's most iconic buildings, the Bell Tower, this weekend, to honour our Anzacs.
The most powerful and compelling tribute to all those who never came back.
Today Tonight was granted exclusive behind-the-scenes access to document the bell's journey. From paper plans, wooden pieces were cut and pieced together like a giant jigsaw to form its mould.
Yes, it's very labour intensive and it's quite technical too. It is a one-off design. It specifically has to match the requirements of the designer, and that's very, very important for the end sound and tune of the bell.
Months later, nerves ran high for the bell's official pour. Huge vats carrying 10 tonnes of molten bronze were gingerly craned about. Heated to more than 1,000 degrees, the temperature and composition needed to be exact to avoid any cracks or imperfections. As well as donating all of the copper and tin, prospector and mining magnate Mark Creasy sourced symbolic pieces of gold, minted in 1912 and 14, to add to the mix.
Gold from Australia, gold from New Zealand, and a natural gold nugget from here in WA. There would have been gold in these sovereigns, which was mined by people who were in the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps in the First World War.
Then at last, the Anzac Bell revealed. A decorative frieze around the top portrays valour, heroism and extraordinary compassion.
The soldiers, sailors and airmen and nurses looking into the setting sun. And it really tears you apart.
A specialist consultant flew in from the UK to tune the bell. More than half a tonne of metal was shaved from its inside. It had to be millimetre perfect. Only a privileged few have so far heard the Anzac bell ring, but an opportunity for everyone is looming. 4 times the size of the biggest bell already in the bell tower, on Sunday, the Anzac bell will take pride of place above them all.
It'll be half the weight of Big Ben in London, and it will sit high above the other bells, and there'll be a special walkway so that people can come up and look at it being rung.
Ian, how will a bell so huge end up inside the bell tower?
Well, we're going to get a giant crane and take a section of the roof out, and then we'll lower the bell in, and it'll all be done within a day.
Too big to be rung by humans, it will be swung by electric motors to mark special occasions, struck by a steel clapper that alone weighs 500 kilograms.
We should be able to hear it from Kings Park, certainly from St George's Terrace.
Sure to be a sight and a sound to behold when the perfect time finally arrives.
The public will hear the bell for the very first time on Remembrance Day at 11 o'clock on the 11th day of the 11th month, which will be 100 years exactly since hostilities ceased.
A celebration, commemoration and lasting memorial to all service men and women around the world, but especially our Anzacs.